Emotions. Um, uh, it's a good question. Sad, um, confused, frustrated. Um, yeah, that's about it.
What are you confused about?
Um, I mean, anytime you enter the tournament, anytime you go to the playoffs, your mind is set. Um, and I told the guys last night, 4 more games, 4 more games, and we started with this one. And you never think that it's going to end, right? You don't have that mindset. You believe with every ounce of your being that you are going to become victorious, and no matter what obstacles placed in front of you. And when um, you don't expect that. And so it being fresh, um, I'm still mourning it, still disbelief in some ways, but I mean that's just this is the answer that you would get from anybody at the end of a hard lost game like this.
Does the frustration come from the offensive execution or lack thereof, I guess?
Um, it's part of it, yeah.
What's the other part?
Um, there's a lot of it in there.
Doug, when you've been to the mountaintop and you've won the whole thing, is it harder to kind of look ahead and be encouraged by the foundation you laid here, or the kind of the weight of the season weigh on you a little more that it had this finality to it?
No, I think the best thing that we will do from this point on moving forward is that we will take these lessons, we will learn from them, we will grow, and we will get better, not only as football players but as men, which is vastly more important. And I think that you know, yes, it's sad that the way it ended, but this is not the end of the world. Um, there's some phenomenal individuals in this locker room, some phenomenal football players, um, and just like Russ just said, the future is bright.
Would you have liked to switch gears on offense and start throwing more earlier than you guys did at the end of the game?
Um, I don't know, to be honest with you. To be completely honest with you, we hear the play call, we run the play. We do your best with the play call that's given to you. So, you know, in those moments, you don't think about it. You're just doing whatever you have to do to make that play successful. So, I can't answer your question right now. Sorry.
You mentioned how tough this year has been for you. Do you think, big picture, you'll be better for it, whether on or off the field, battling through what you did this year?
Absolutely. I was having a conversation a couple weeks ago with a friend of mine who said that this year is so indicative of who I'm not. Because I haven't been able to demonstrate myself physically on the football field in the ways that I'm known for and that I'm typically capable of. And I told him I would argue that this is a season indicative of who I really am. All the struggles, all the challenges, all the obstacles, facing injuries, and then the emotional, spiritual, and mental parts that come with that. Um, I battled my ass off. And to be completely honest with you, I'm proud of the way that I've tried to handle it, you know. And so I definitely agree that these challenges will definitely help me in the future.
As a leader, what will you try to accomplish with the young players this offseason?
Um, Getting them to cherish the moments is probably the biggest thing. Uh, you know, when you're in these moments, it's kind of hard to cherish them because you're so focused on the task at hand. But the truth be told, I remember like yesterday when I was a rookie coming in here, and now I'm on my 8th year. And it goes by fast, and you don't want to miss those moments because you can get better in those moments. You can look at yourself in the mirror and reflect on the things that will make you and separate you good from great. Um, and I think instilling that in these guys and letting them know that this is the fun part. The challenges are hard, it's difficult, but you should never be afraid of failure because failure is what helps you grow. And if you're not growing, you're staying stagnant. If you're staying stagnant, you're dying. And so, I will continuously preach to these guys about growing day in and day out.
Doug, relative to the first Dallas game, what did the defense do differently that denied the run for you guys
Um, I mean, they played together solidly as a unit. Um, there weren't a lot of holes in their defensive front seven. Um, We thought we had some opportunities in the secondary, but again, their front seven caused some problems for us. So um, I think just overall they played together better as a unit.
The season that you guys had as a group, as a receiver group, just with not getting as many targets, but the efficiency, what do you think of that?
Man, were you here 4 years ago when I was preaching the efficiency numbers of the receivers? Yeah, I mean it's no surprise. It's just that's what we instill in the guys when they come here. It's not about how many targets you get. It's not about how many yards you get. It's about, do you make that play when it's needed? On fourth down, on third down, in a crucial situation, do you make that play? Because that's truly all we need. We don't need you to do anything else other than make the plays that are available to you. Um, and I'll go off on a tangent and say that I think Tyler Lockett, um, he might be the best of the receivers that I've ever seen come through here in that time span. Um, his mindset and the way that he looks at the game, his perspective on life, um, has allowed him to approach the game in such a way that he is arguably one of the most efficient, if not the most efficient receiver in the NFL. I think him and Russ had a perfect QBR rating. That's a lot to say about a receiver who only gets so many targets in an offense. It's a beautiful thing to watch, and it's going to be like that.
You mentioned being sad and frustrated, but can you look at the way this team finished the year and with some of the youth and kind of project what potentially could be there in the future for this team?
Oh, absolutely. Look out. Yeah, this team is, we've got everything we need. We got all the pieces. You got all the right mindsets, the personalities, the everything. It's just we're a young team, um, and with that time comes progression, comes growth, comes learning, um, even in the hard situations. And this team will be better because of it.
KJ, since you got here, what's he meant to the program and meant to you since you know his teammate?
Um, KJ's a rock. KJ's always been a rock. He's been um, he's been one of those pillars that you can look towards in the locker room and you can say, okay, I know exactly what he stands for. I know exactly what he's going to bring to the table, both on and off the field. Uh, and it's a testament to the man he is, first and foremost. Um, he's been that for all of us. For myself, I know, Bobby has leaned on him so many times. And now the young guys get to experience that. They get the joy of having a leader like that in their corner this year, and it's going to be an amazing thing. Hopefully, if he gets to stay with us.
Nick said that you spoke to the team after the game. What did you say?
Um, I said a lot of things, but basically the sentiment of the message was cherish these moments, learn from it. Don't let this loss be in vain. And if you do the honest reflection in the mirror and you ask yourself the tough questions and you seek the right answers, no loss is ever really a loss. You still win if you learn. You may not be victorious, but you still win. Um, and that message was not just for football; it's for human beings. For the life that they lead off the field as well. We're called to be great football players, but more importantly, I think we're called to be better men. So that was the sentiment of the message. Thanks, guys.